Celebrities are just people too.
Welcome in, Saints. Well, the Star Whackers are out to kill Randy and Evi Quaid. I never heard of the Star Whackers as something that crazy people would come up with. They got some kind of fancy diagnosis with a whole French name. And of course, me being as wise and learned as I am, I know the diagnosis for aller à deux, which means when you got two people who are crazy together, the craziness just compounds and mixes. And if I'm crazy and you're crazy, and I tell you something crazy, you tell me something crazy, we both believe it because we're both crazy, which makes both of us even crazier. Now, a lot of you may know that the two of them skipped out on a $10,000 hotel bill last September. If the Star Whackers were going to get them, wouldn't they have whacked them then? All of that money. Who spends $10,000 on a hotel bill? I would have maybe skipped out on it too if I was able to see him. But who does that? Then they were due in court in California in October. Instead of going to court, they went to Canada, and their attorney, he came up with some lame excuse that Randy Quaid was due in Canada for an immigration hearing because he thinks that the Star Whackers are out to whack him. He's trying to gain asylum in Canada. His wife, Evi's a Canadian-born citizen. So, I guess if you can marry somebody and be from another country like Mexico and come here to America and get married and get citizenship, I guess you can do it in Canada too. But that's such a lame excuse. Well, then let me explain to you what they did. They used to own a house, and I don't know if it was foreclosed on or they just walked away from it. So many people walking away from these loans because they're upside down. But it makes me think that it was foreclosed on because not only were they squatting in a home that they didn't own, taking good money away from a Republican bank, but on top of it, they trashed the place. He and his wife both had to come up with a $500,000 bond to make sure that they show up for court. If the Star Whackers were after them, they sure would have gotten them. They would have shanked the wife was right in prison if that was a real thing. But let me tell you, the only one whacked out are the two of them who are whacked out of their minds. Now, the two of them say that these Star Whackers whacked Heath Ledger from Brokeback Mountain. You all know how I feel about that vile, disgusting, disgraceful movie. And they say that they also whacked David Carradine. But at least with David Carradine, he went out doing what he loved. But I still got to say that when you get crazy people mixing and mingling and they're full of iniquity and sin, this is the kind of result. Praise the Lord, both of them are way too old to have kids because they would be bringing in more crazy kids. And with the two of them locked away in prison because you know they're going to keep on doing stuff, what future, what message does that send to their crazy kids? The kids would have been crazy already. So when the two of them go to jail, go to prison, wherever they go, if they don't get shanked, at least they'll be off the streets and not costing good Republican banks money on foreclosures on hotel rooms. Get these menaces off the streets. Here's what both you and the crazy Quaids need. You all need some of this good word, and I'm going to bring it to you because I've been anointed to do so. John 7 and 20. The people answered and said, Thou hast a devil who goeth about to kill thee. Now, the Star Whackers aren't the devils that the Bible was talking about. The Star Whackers are just figments of the crazy Quaid's imaginations. It's the craziness, the demon of insanity that's setting forth to kill the Quaid's dead.